Today in my sandwich series, I'm going to make what is a regional favorite. Going to do a Seltzer's bologna sandwich, chips, and sort of like a boxed lunch type supper to help us beat the heat. Heat's been terrible lately, humidity. So we're gonna have a cold supper. It's okay once in a while. And this is something that locals enjoy, and everybody has their favorite way to do it, so I'm going to show you mine. We're going to start with your favorite white bread. Ours is Mayer's Italian. This happens to be the lower calorie. And Hellmann's Real Mayonnaise. Then we're going to top with Seltzer's Sweet Lebanon Bologna. We like the sweet variety. Comes in a couple varieties. Pappy's getting Cooper cheese because he likes cheese on his. And then my favorite part, I like to mash classic Lay's potato chips or whatever plain potato chips I have into the plain side of bread and eat my sandwich like that. You just put the top on and crunch them down. My favorite, so delicious. And we're serving alongside our favorite chips and some chilled fruit. We have triple cherry fruit cocktail here, and Pappy prefers pears and I prefer peaches, so I usually dish it out like that, and he's really fond of the cherries, so he usually gets more of those. And then we're just having a pudding like you would pack in a lunch, and this is supper tonight. And it's going to be good. I would encourage you to take your regional favorite sandwich and create something for supper to help cool off instead of eating something hot. I'm sure there's a lot out there. Today in our sandwich series, we're making BLTs. So I'm going to preheat my oven to 400. And I'm gonna get my bacon on this rack so it's nice and crispy when it's done. While the oven was preheating to 400, I put the bacon on the rack and I washed up my tomato, cut it up, and washed up the Boston leaf lettuce. So now I'm gonna put the bacon in and set the timer for about 15 minutes and check it. It usually takes around 18 to 20. Got our mayo on here. I'm going to spread it out. If I was using smaller slices, I might even add another slice and make it into a club sandwich. That would be a little heartier for supper. And I'll probably serve it with chips, maybe some fruit. Could also use, I was thinking about guacamole on here instead of mayo, or like one of those creamy cheese wedges or something like that for something different. I might try that here when we start getting tomatoes out of the garden. And here are our sandwiches. I didn't put them together yet. Our nice leaf lettuce and our seasoned tomato slices under there. Little garlic, salt, parsley grinder on them. We might be having this for a side dish. Had these in the fridge for a while. I think it's a Sam's Club purchase. They don't expire until October of 2027, but they've been sitting in there looking at me, so we're going to try them out. We've never had them before. And this is supper tonight. BLTs, chips, pineapple spear. Pappy likes his sandwich cut that way. How do you like your sandwich cut? And why? Let me know in the comments. I like mine cut this way because I think it fits in your mouth better. Let me know what you think. I'm doing a little prep for my macaroni salad I'm gonna make tomorrow. So I just boiled the eggs, brought them to a hard boil, took them off the heat, cover them, and let them set for 20 minutes. And then I will put them into an ice bath, and just stick them in the fridge until I need them tomorrow. I'm making macaroni salad today to go with our sandwiches this week. You need 2 cups uncooked elbow macaroni. Boil that and then drain and rinse with cold water. 3 large eggs, hard cooked and chopped. A small onion chopped. 3 stalks of celery chopped. A small red bell pepper chopped. And 2 tablespoons of sweet salad cubes. And I was going to keep them out to show you, so I'll get those back out. I use a cup of Hellmann's mayonnaise, a cup of Miracle Whip, 1/3 cup sugar, and 3 tablespoons yellow mustard. 2 1/4 teaspoons vinegar. I used a little bit more. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of celery seed, which we do not put in. I'll mix all this up and add our macaroni. I'll show you when it's done. Here is our macaroni salad done. I just decorated the top with a little paprika. And these are the sweet salad cubes. And this was the celery from Aldi, and it stayed really nice. And that's because I wrapped it in foil. I don't know why, but it really works. Here are the dressing ingredients we're using for our chopped subs. We have a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, a tablespoon of your favorite Italian dressing, and a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And I'm probably going to use this one, but you could use whatever you like. For the chopped sub sandwiches, I took 2 rolls, piece of Cooper cheese, and just melted the cheese in the oven, toasted the sub a little bit. Just put them in at 400 and watch them closely. And when the cheese started to melt and the buns toasted a little bit, I took them out. And then here's the dressing all mixed up. Getting ready to chop all the veggies together, and I'm going to put it in a bowl and toss it with the dressing, the veggies and the meat. Okay, we have 4 slices of cooked salami, 3 slices of ham, and 2 slices of smoked turkey. And these are for our 2 sandwiches. And you're going to make them according to how you like them, the meats you like, how many veggies you want, how big your sub rolls are, how much you can eat. It's just going to depend. Here's everything all chopped up. I'm going to get it into a bowl and mix it with the dressing. If I need more dressing, I'll just mix up another batch. We have it all mixed together here. And last time we did more of an Italian style sub, and I'll throw up a picture of how it looked last time. This time is turkey. It's a little on the lighter side. Turkey, ham, and cooked salami. Last time I think it had some pepperoni and ham and cooked salami. Here's our chopped sub supper. Homemade macaroni salad. Happies. Looks good. Here's some leftovers we have, and that'll be good for lunch tomorrow. Today we're making some deli tuna salad. You could also do this with chicken salad. And I have some sweet relish, tuna, and I have 2 kinds here. If you don't like the flavor of tuna, the chunk light is cheaper, of course, but if you pair it with a chunk white tuna, then I think it's more palatable. I really enjoy it better that way. To each their own. And mayonnaise, and we have some celery I have chopped here, and we're going to use a little bit of onion, And these are Vidalia onions, so they should be sweet, but I read that the flatter the Vidalia, the sweeter it is. So I'm going to choose the top onion and chop up a little bit of that. And we have our onion chopped up, and I just wanted to show you the ratios I have here. This is all to personal taste. You can leave onion out. You can leave celery out. A lot of times we just do tuna and mayonnaise and sweet relish. Sometimes just tuna and mayonnaise, salt and pepper. Just depends. I'm not really following a recipe. I'm going to add as much mayonnaise as it makes it as creamy as I like it. And there's how much relish I have in. I usually mix everything up, and then if it looks like I need a little more mayonnaise, I add some relish, and then that usually takes care of it. But we'll see here after I get it mixed up. There we are. We're all done. And I added some salt and pepper, and it's all ready to go. From a savings standpoint, adding celery, onion, low-cost veggies like that, relish, you are going to be able to stretch this into another sandwich. So there's that. And for supper, we're going to have lettuce and tomato on some fancier bread. You don't have to do that. Or you could just do tuna melts. That's not as cool, but it only takes a couple minutes on top of the stove to make a tuna melt. And that would be delicious for supper with some chips or veggies or pickles, whatever on the side. Fresh fruit. So we'll make up our sandwiches. Here's an example of a snacky supper plate. You could add other things, a scoop of cottage cheese, fruit. Just wanted to give you another example for something lighter if you're not into bread. Could have crackers, anything like that. I'm making tuna salad sandwiches today for supper, and using these ciabatta club rolls for something fancier. And we have our tuna ready that we made earlier, and some lettuce and tomato. Here's tuna sandwiches all made up. Here are our tuna sandwiches for supper. Happy picked out special chips. And he's got a bigger sandwich. Looks yummy. We're coming to the close of sandwich week, and today I'm going to use the crock pot. We have hot Italian sausage. Gonna add that. And then I have some onion and pepper. These are gonna make nice sausage sandwiches. So I had those already chopped up. And then I'm just gonna put some water in to cover. And then I'm gonna start it out on high. I always start it out on high. A little bit here, I'll turn it to low. And just let it cook all day. And we are going to end up with some very tender sausages, no tough skin. And these onions and peppers will cook down a little bit. We'll have enough for sandwiches for today, and then I will package up what's left over, and then I'll slice it and add it to pasta sauce for some rigatoni or some other yummy meal like that. Here are our sausage sandwiches. We have macaroni salad on the side, some strawberries, and these took literally 5 minutes, not even, to get ready. And they just slow cooked in the slow cooker all day. And I'll have some to put away for leftovers too. Here's Pappy's portion. Probably be getting more macaroni salad. Here's a bonus meal idea for summertime when the harvest is bountiful. You have a lot of one thing you got at a really cheap price. You could just have that for supper. I have done this many times, a couple times this summer, just depending on what it is. You can just have corn on the cob, slathered with butter, salted, seasoned, make your own Mexican street corn, whatever. That's the main dish. And then have fruit that was abundant and on sale as a side dish. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't have to make 3-course meals, a starch, meat, or protein, and a vegetable at every single meal we eat. And this is a way that our ancestors probably ate a lot of the times. And evidently it worked out for them, because here we are. Be sure to come back next week for 5 crock pot recipes to keep your kitchen cool this summer.